What is going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar with C-Zar Gets Crypto, and we are talking about CleanSpark, not a crypto. It's a crypto mining stock. And we're going to talk about some other things too, as we do with any live stream. I want to, let's see here. I want to send out a link to the Discord. Send it out to the old wheelhouse here. Let's see, there we go. Oh,
to the Discord.
A little bit loud there, sorry. Share Discord. Looks like the right channel there. There we go. And yep, got that going. Okay, cool. And then now, let's see, get the live chat brought up. Nope, not yet. We're almost there though. Good thing no one's here yet. Live chat was removed, has moved. Oh, okay, all right, there we go. Live chat has moved. All right, looks like it's just me in here at the moment. That's okay. All right, cool. So, like I was saying, we're going to talk about CleanSpark, and then we'll get the ball rolling with any requests that you guys have. I figured I'd name the stream just like crypto live stream. Get anybody who wants to come in, and then put in parentheses requests are welcomed, because I feel like that's what most people like to do whenever they do these crypto live streams, or whenever they join in. I remember whenever I started learning, I always loved whenever people would do live streams, because you could just like throw your request in. For those of you who aren't watching this live, maybe you're watching this on a playback, I like to make my videos, let's see, is this on UTC? Yeah. I normally like to make them between, for me it's about like 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock Mountain Time. But on here, that would be, I guess, that would be like 19 or 1800 to 2100, something like that, somewhere in there. That's when I'll start it. What do I think about Doge? Dream Tanks, we'll talk about Doge for sure, man. You know what? We can actually talk about Doge first, and we'll come back to CleanSpark. I just wanted to talk about CleanSpark because, is it up today? No, it's down today. Okay, oh, it's flush today. I bought some on this dip here, and I want to talk about that position because I am excited about it. Is it going to go lower? Is it going to promote another opportunity to buy, or are we going to go higher? But we'll come back to that. We can do Doge first for Mr. Dream Tanks. Yeah, legit, no problem, bro. How's it going, Stana? Good to see you. Good to see the other person who's in here who also isn't making themselves known, but whoever you are, mom, maybe, I don't know. Thank you guys all for watching so far. So hopefully we got a good one today. Looking at this Doge USD on Coinbase, maybe not Coinbase. For you Dream Tanks, I don't know if you've seen my videos on Doge before, man, but if you haven't, I really like the video that I made on comparing Dogecoin to Bitcoin. Actually, here I'll go to my YouTube channel just real quick. I'm going to go over Dogecoin for you. We'll do it live here too, but maybe let me see here, videos. I need to respond to the comments, man. I normally do that before I go live or before I make videos, but this one, Dogecoin, is it time to go or is it not? I highly recommend watching that. Mom, I'm on TV. Hi, Mom. But yeah, I definitely, after this, if you want to watch that can give, I'm going to go over like an overall price analysis, but that video will be it'll be a good like kind of time analysis. Thank you, man. I appreciate your time. All right, so looking at Dogecoin here, I love Dogecoin. First and foremost, I just want to say I love Dogecoin. It's one of my favorite cryptos. I think it is going to be a top performer in this coming bull market. When I say a top performer, I don't mean the top performer. If we look at Dogecoin on CoinGecko, before we do some TA here, Doge, it is number 8, right? There are cryptos this cycle that will see a 1,000x in price. There are cryptos that will see a multi-100x in price. Dogecoin is worth $10 billion in market cap valuation right now. 100x would put it at a $1 trillion market cap valuation. Do I think that it's going to do that this cycle? No. Do I think it's possible that Doge can reach $1 trillion market cap? I think it's possible. This market cycle, I'm not so sure. I mean, with the way that it's moved before, sure, I guess it is possible. But I would more expect, probably closer to like a 50x, at least from the current price. I think you can see a 100x overall in this thing if you catch the lows, but and again, like right now, I don't think that this is the low. I do think that it goes lower, but we'll get into that with the TA. And I can be wrong on that. I can be right. I'll go over like what to look for if I'm wrong on that, or what to expect if I'm right on that. But Sushi USD, we'll definitely go over that for you, Duaz, or Duaz. I'm gonna call you Duaz. I love Doge also. I got into Doge on September 2020 and still in it. I was buying Doge at 2.5 cents. Nice. So then what? You bought it? Would that have been? Oh, that would have been down here. Oh, September. You bought it at... Oh, nice, man. Good job. Yeah, my first Doge purchase was at 0.0078 cents, so a little bit higher than that. I mean, still great overall, but you killed it, man. You're probably sitting fine right now with that position. I think you'll get a chance to buy some at lower prices, not than where you bought. I don't think we'll ever see prices like that again. But without any further ado, I like to start off every Doge analysis I do with this kind of idea that if you take the top here to the bottom, the first all-time high to the current all-time low, and probably the prevailing all-time low forevermore, your first rally, your first bull market, you saw that you broke the 1618 here. Okay, you had an overall growth of however many percents. Let's see, from low to high, you did a 219x. Good job, well done for your first bull rally. Not a bad start. If we take this same fib, we take it from the top here, and we go to the bottom here, you can see that the next cycle top was at 2272, 2414. So again, you broke through the 1618. This time you obliterated it, man. You really went up there. Okay, so at least both of the previous cycles have broken the 1618, right? Here we are. Let's say I'm wrong. Let's say that this is the low, okay? Because these lines here, the extensions, they only get higher as you pull this line down. They only get higher. But let's say that is the low. The 1618 for this cycle would be at $3.94. So I mean, man, you would be seeing with that a over 1000x in whatever you put down. That means, man, I don't know how much you put in this Dream Tanks, but if you put $1,000, you are going to be a millionaire. If you put in $100, you are going to have six figures by the end of this. If it breaks this 1618, and really for you, I guess it would only have to break the 1414, which is also possible. And yeah, man, I think let's see some other. What's going on, Cannabis Outlaws? How you doing? We'll check out Jesus Coin too. We got Sushi Swap in the mix after, or Sushi USDT, which is Sushi Swap, I'm pretty sure. And then we're gonna do then we'll do that, right? I think that's all we got after that. Yeah, we'll do Sushi and then Jesus after this. Yeah, I don't think it'll ever go back to your price either, man. I think that it is going to continue to go higher. But just this kind of overall, without the fibs on there, you can see we're in this overall amazing bullish uptrend. It's like one of the most bullish charts in crypto other than Bitcoin itself, man. I mean, it's nothing but higher highs, nothing but higher lows. Beautiful phases of accumulation and then expansion, accumulation, then expansion. We're in an accumulation zone right now, and I like to just compare this, right? Yes, we did have an uptrend here, right? This was a little bit of an uptrend, but if you see, this is kind of all in all an accumulation zone right here, and then we broke out of it, right? Here, again, we kind of had this long accumulation zone. Like if you look at them, they're kind of comparable in size, right? And then we broke out of it. Here, however, we haven't had as long of an accumulation phase. You know what I mean? We've kind of been in this area, and really it's like it's to here. I drew that circle a little bit longer, but it's kind of smaller. So I do think that Doge is going to take more time. I do think that, whether it goes lower than the current low of this cycle or not, I do think it's going to take more time. It can go higher than this price and then still go lower. That's totally possible too, but I at the moment don't believe that we found the low. And if we're looking at the monthly RSI, we are below the 50. Actually, compared to all time, we're at the lowest point we've ever been. We have been rejected by the 50, which I don't think we've ever. I guess we came up here and then rejected it. What did that do? That sent us to new lows for the cycle. But this, to me, looks like a weaker reading in the RSI than we've ever seen before. So I don't think that, we're going to see with that the shortest bear market that we've ever seen in Dogecoin's history. And what I mean by that is if you go from this top to this bottom here in time, that's a 16-bar, 16-month time frame. From that top to that bottom, that's a 26-bar time frame. This one, from top to bottom, that's only 13 months. And we have been lingering at these lows, man. Generally, when you see something like that, like let me show you a perfect example of something like this, right? Bitcoin in its previous bear market. You see this, right? If you thought that was the low or you thought that was the low, give it a few months, you are underwater. You know what I mean? So we can look at Tezos for sure, Stana. Definitely. I like Tezos. Man, I'm thirsty. I definitely I don't know too much about it. I actually haven't looked into it recently, so we'll definitely go over Tezos. We'll throw that in the mix. It'll be Sushi, then Jesus, and then Tezos. But back to Doge, for Mr. Dream Tanks, we're gonna do a quick little short-term analysis because I've given you the overall picture, right? Or I forgot about the lows. I'm sorry. So we'll go back to Bittrex. Where I think Doge is going to go for the low, it's in between, in my opinion, it's in between about the high, just under 2 cents, or around like 3.5 cents, maybe at the very least just below 4 cents. That's what I'm expecting. If we go to this, it could go below 2 cents, like dramatically lower than 2 cents. I don't know if it goes below 1 cent. Although to be fair, it could go below 1 cent, right? Like you could come all the way down to half a cent and you're still at higher lows. So that's really not a problem for this thing. It has a lot of room to run, but with that is a little bit of risk if anybody's trying to buy now. From this low to this high, the 0.5 area is at 3.1 cents. And I don't normally talk, what's going on, Average Jane? I don't normally talk about the 0.5 area with most charts, but every chart has its own personality. Let's watch Doge, right? Okay, so from the top to the bottom here, you can see we found resistance right there at the 0.5. Even before the anchor, we had resistance there, okay? All right, cool. So now we'll go from this bottom to this, to this top right here. Look at that. You found a bottom right around the 0.5. We go from that low to that top there. You literally tipped the 0.5 to a T. Doge seems to like its 0.5, which isn't a common thing, again, but I tend to say if you find significance on the 0.5, you get significant moves. This doesn't look that significant, but if you want to measure it, you know, from top here to bottom, it's a 54% move. I'd say that's pretty significant in itself, you know, but again, you found resistance right there at the 0.5 afterwards. Can Doge show respect on the 0.5 again? It seems to really like it, and that would be right around 3.1 cents. I think it can. Not only is it around 3.1 cents, I rugged all other memes for the king. Hell yeah, man. I hope it's not your farm that you rugged, but just like your for funsies kind of money. You know what I mean? And I hope Jesus does well, man. I really think that it could. Of all the coins I talk about, I think it is one of the more likely to do a 1000x, because a 1000x for that thing is only, I say only, a $2 billion market cap. We'll go over that though. We'll get into that. But $2 billion is an achievable market cap for any crypto in the bull market. But this 0.5 is right here at this low point on the monthly. If we go to the weekly here too, you can see that this week, I guess this is, maybe it was the daily. Let me see. Or maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah. So right over here, we had this little like pullback, and whenever we launched up here, we actually had a daily close right at that 0.5 area, which was before the anchor, to be fair, but we had a daily close right there. I don't know, man. I do think that we go below 4 cents. I think we could even go below 0.5 or 3 cents. I'm sorry, below the 0.5 is what I was trying to say. We could, but this is kind of the area I'm planning to buy a lot at, like 3.5 personally. I have buy orders set at 3.69 just for the obvious reasons, and then layered down to 3.5, and my lowest order is at 2.9 cents. And maybe I should even move that up to like 2.95 actually. But we could go to the 618 or the 69, and again, this thing would still be in great shape. Even if we went to the 786, you still have an overall higher low for your all-time lows. I could take away the fib now, and if we do this from the all-time low, we kind of draw a line here, right? You could go all the way down, literally, like before the end of the year, you could go to 1.1 cents and you'd still be fine. I mean, even if you broke this line, you'd still be fine. Your range was 23 cents, but if we got at 3 cents, are you saying at 0.23 cents? Or at 3.03, at 23 cents? I don't know. What your range is at 23, we're well below 23 cents. I don't know. But maybe you meant to say 2.3 cents. I don't know. But who knows? Who really does know? That's, maybe is the right word for that, Dream Tanks. Who really knows where we're going to go? This very well could have been the bottom. I just don't think so. I really don't think so, especially with the amount of time that Doge has left, which, man, I really recommend watching that video, that Dogecoin, is it time to go or not, because that'll kind of illuminate how I don't think we're anywhere near the time that this thing likes to take off. Dogecoin lags, the rest of the market takes off, and then Dogecoin likes to do its thing. But I think I've said my piece on the long term. Let's do the short term, and then we'll move on to the next coin. Doge USD on Coinbase here. Looking at the daily, yeah, the daily, man, we're below the 50. RSI looks like he had this uptrend. It looks like he just broke out of it, right? We've had this nice uptrend. You can even see it in the price. We've broken out of it. If we were to take a line here and kind of draw it like to scale, maybe, let's see, something like this. Come on now. like that. Yeah, we broke through it, found resistance on it, and now we're heading lower. Weaker looking RSI. I do think we go lower. On the weekly, we did break above the 50, but we're topping off in an area that we've topped off before. Really, it's just another lower high. You know, it kind of reminds me of what we did over here, lower high, lower high, lower high. Although there we did turn up a little bit. We did have a little bit of a blow up, but in the midst of these lower highs, we continue to go down. I do think like in the price action itself, you can just see high, lower high, lower high. These are all just lower highs throughout all of it. And again, this flattening base with this, no volume coming in to like take us higher. I do think that we go lower personally. That's my expectation. From top here to the relative low, bounced right off the 382. This is a very common behavior. Like this is a very common thing that you see whenever you you find a little bounce and you go down. You continue to bleed down lower. So that's ultimately my opinion. I do think that we're going to see prices below 4 cents, probably around 3 to 3.5, 3.6 cents, something like that. But yeah, yeah, no problem, man, no problem. I hope you liked that. I hope that was like helpful for anybody watching it. I hope I'm not wrong. If I am wrong, that's okay. Again, what I was going to say, if I am wrong, what I would say is if we haven't gone lower by the time that Bitcoin does its halving sometime next year in like March or April, Doge just moved. Oh, it is moving. Wow, wasn't it down or was it? It just moved up. It is moving up right now, right? Because let's see, 15-minute. Oh my goodness! As I live and breathe, it's happening right now. Look at all this volume coming in on the 15-minute. It is up 3.5%. It must be an Elon Musk moon. No, I'm just kidding. This is something going on. You know, it's not that much. It's in shorter term time frames. It's a lot of volume, but it's not that much volume. But look at that, man. It's up a whole 4% in this 4-hour period here. I wonder. Let's go to x.com real quick and see what the Musk himself is talking about. If maybe he did. Oh man, it was right there. Let's see. August 11th pinned. 1 hour ago. Fink's house, car drive, Lucky Zuck. If we get Lucky Zuck and Zuck, my tongue actually answers the door, the fight is on. I don't know. Will also, I don't know. Hell yeah. So they're going to do the fight, it sounds like. I hope they do the fight. Challenge accepted. Open the door. Finked. Is that Zuckerberg? Did he change his name to Finked? I think that's great, man. That's great. That's hilarious. Thought you might want some tea, so I brought the bags. Bro, he's talking mad shit. Okay, so there's nothing to do with Doge. It's all about Zuckerberg. So I don't know why Doge is pumping. Just further to show you guys, though, yeah, Drink Tames is right. It's bait, man. It's a bait. You know, it looks on the short-term time frames for the degenerates that are really watching this. It looks significant, but you zoom out, it's not significant. It's just a lower high, and it is selling off right now. It actually went up to this purple line, so cool to see. You tend to see that right before a big move down, so I do bet that we are going down, just to bring it back to earth here. But Elon didn't mention anything, just to show you can have little pumps even without Elon talking about it. I don't think Elon controls Dogecoin, although I think he is a big advocator. But anyways, guys, without any more of that, the chart says 100% bait. I think so, man. Let's see. Even without that, let's go. We're going to talk about sushi, right? That was the next one. For Duaz. I hope you're still there because we are doing this one for you, my man. If not, it's okay. It's good to talk about Sushi Swap, I think. Coinbase, maybe? Sure. Let's go on the monthly and see. I think this is the all-time chart for it, right? Let's go to Sushi on crypto. Let's see. No, it's got more history than that. Sushi USD maybe on Kraken. A little bit more than Coinbase. Maybe on Binance. I don't think so though. Oh yeah, okay, wow. Binance has the most historical data, so we're gonna go off of that. On a monthly basis, RSI looks like whatever. It's fine. It's nothing to worry about. Technically, you have hidden bullish divergence where you have a low here, a lower low here, but you have a low here and a higher low here. That means you're getting weaker readings in the RSI while promoting stronger readings in the price. That is a good thing. So it is, you know, overall kind of bullish. Bull trap, I think. So what's up, Duaz? I'm glad you're here, man. And even if you weren't, man, we'd continue to do this. Maybe you could come back and like whatever. But I'm glad. It's nice to see that the person requesting it doesn't just leave if I go on a tangent with another one. You can see that we've got a nice M pattern here, right? And it's kind of, I would kind of consider this a busted M, man. Generally with M patterns, you get this move that would take you straight down. But what'd you do? You broke your leg. You broke your leg and now you're limping. You flatlined, and not in a bad way, in a good way. You flatlined the bear market, man. And you did have this little, you went sideways for a while and you had your sell off. I don't know, man. It might have that might have been the low for sushi. Hard to say, but that might have been the low for sushi. Especially what's going on with Uniswap right now, and delisting Hex and everything, and like kind of exposing itself as a centralized exchange. Sushi might have a little place to shine. Let's see here. Maybe it goes lower. Maybe it hasn't bottomed. This does, man. It looks like a beautiful double bottom. There's not a whole lot of volume, which on Binance, that would be nice to see. Let's go to USDT, see if it's the same amount of data. Yeah, because this USDT has the most volume. There is a little bit more volume here than there was on the other one, but overall, it would have been nicer to see more volume here, but it's not. You are getting volume increasing as you're coming out, so that's kind of encouraging, actually. That is kind of encouraging. Let's see, from a low point here to a high point here. Look at that, man. Right off of the 1618, you're above. What you need to do now for SushiSwap is you want to get above 95 cents. Don't tip it, don't wick above it. You want to break above it. Get a week or a day, or preferably both, that closes above 95 cents on the dot. Because if you do that, you're above the 886, and that will clear you from going lower, probably. Generally, when you see a move that comes down to an extension like the 1618 or the 1272, you come back up, you find resistance on the 886, and then you go lower, generally. So you don't want to see that. It is still possible that you could go up to the 786 and see the same kind of move, but it's less likely. The 886, that's a very classic kind of maneuver whenever we're talking about fibs here. I like it. I like it, man. You are building a little bit of volume. It's not as much volume as you had over here, but compared to the low, you are building volume, and you are from the low to where you are now, you are up 62%. So that is nice, man. That is definitely nice. You know, people thought it was going to come back down, but it just keeps getting away from them. I do think that this thing looks like it might have bottomed, actually. Hopefully it has. On a weekly basis here, you are the most oversold that you've been since the beginning days. And you were just having a strong move out of it, man. I think just keep proving yourself. Really get above 95 cents, because not only that, it's an area where you closed here on the weekly. Get above that. Get above that bottoming zone of this here. You'll be back in this price range, and generally what I look for whenever you go into a price range is at least making your way halfway through it, if not all the way to the top side. But be aware, it is possible, and even I would say to a certain degree likely, that you'll find resistance on this 0.5 area at the $1.33, $1.34 area. If you take a previous price range and you find the midpoint there, that tends to be an area where you find support or resistance. So just be aware of that. And just because you find resistance on it doesn't mean that it has to go all the way back down. You could find resistance and then bounce up and continue to go up higher after that. That happens. That's pretty common too. So just be aware of that, though. All in all, getting above these lows here, getting above that 0.886 on the fib, that would be the real thing that I'd like to see. Get above 95 cents there. And then from there, SushiSwap, let's see what your market cap is. Sushi. What's going on, everybody? How's it going, Lee? Hey, did you do any? No, we haven't done Jesus yet. We're going to do it next. We are definitely going to do it next. Let's see. Yeah, it probably will push lower, Dream Tanks. That kind of, if anyone's familiar, sounds like you are, Dream Tanks. Those kind of moves happen right before. That's just to give them liquidity into buying. And I think a lot of Doge shorts have been taken out in the last few days. So actually, hold on. Before we go further with this, I want to look at the Doge shorts. Doge shorts on Bitfinex. Yeah, man, they're up a little bit today. It looks like they've taken a little bit of a dive, but not too much. I don't know. Maybe it didn't clean out as many shorts as I was thinking. Anyways, whatever. It's okay. There's probably, and I mean that's just on Bitfinex. Bitfinex isn't used that much. But let's go back to Sushi. Actually, here I'll just click back, and there we go. So looking at it here, you've got a market cap of 150 million. That is a low cap coin. You're at number 203. Circulating supply is this, total supply, max supply is that. So you're not fully diluted, but that's okay. Even fully diluted, you're only at a $327 million market cap. If this was to do a 100x, that would make it worth $15 billion. Is that an achievable market cap in crypto? Yes, it is, especially for a coin like SushiSwap. I think that, Sushi's legit. I know it's had issues in its past, but most coins have, and really having issues doesn't default you to zero. It just improving upon them is what can prevent that. You know what I mean? So if there's the community working on it, I don't know too much about it, like I said, man, but But if there's good things going on with it, if it is progressing and like staying with the times, if it gains popularity, this thing could see a $15 billion market cap, no problem. And that would be 100x from the current price. And again, I don't think that it goes lower than this. Maybe it goes lower than where it is now, but this RSI looks strong, man. I do think it wants to go higher. If we were to take a fib from the overall, let's do it on the month so it's just easier to look at. From the top here to the bottom, you know, the first thing you'd want to do, obviously, would be get above the 236, but really this 382, which was a previous area of resistance here, right at about $2.12. If you can get above there, it's go time up until about $5.30. And then once you get above the 618, the next targets to look at would really be about $67 to $117, which from here, a 100x would be a $78 market price. I'm sorry. So I really do think that you know, 100x would be 15 billion. A 200x would put you at about 156, right? 156. So that would be up here, and that would be a $30 billion. I mean, you really could see this 1618, man. It's possible. At least this 172 or 1272 at $67. I think that's possible, and that would put you at just under a 100x from the current price. But I don't know, man. There's also not a lot of data on this chart. There's not a whole lot of historical data to go off of, but if this thing wants to break its all-time highs, the first thing or the most significant thing it could do would be to break this 618, and ideally break it on the first pass. If not, you can reject, you can come down, bounce up, and then break it on the second pass. That's fine. But if you get a second rejection and you come up on your third pass to break through it, you likely won't see all-time highs. You'll likely actually top off somewhere in the 786 to 886 area, maybe a little higher, maybe a little lower. But these extensions become more likely if you break through it on the first go. If you break through it on the second go, they become less likely, but still likely. And then the third go, they go away from being likely to more the 786 and the 886 become likely, is what I would say. So you want to see it have no difficulty with the 618, hopefully. It can have difficulties just above it, but really getting above it would be nice. From a statistical standpoint, you would more likely see these extensions come into play. And the minimum extension that I would expect would be $67. And, you know, I mean, you could go even higher. You could. With as low of a market cap as it is, I mean, let's see here. At the current price, what would that be? You know, all the way to the 1886. That's not even a 1000x. I say not even 1000x. That's an 800 and something x. That would keep you below, I think, let's see, 800. I think that would keep you below. That'd be like around 120 billion. Which is a lot, don't get me wrong, but it still is an achievable market cap. This could be a 1000xable coin. It's totally possible. But I'm not going to try to blow that smoke, man. I think more likely what you want to look for is this 1272 to the 1618 kind of area. But is it possible that it could 1000x? You know, I would say so. It has a chance, but I would more bet my money that it doesn't. It probably goes somewhere. It probably doesn't even see the 1618. It probably goes somewhere between the 1272 and like in between the 1414 and the 1618, somewhere around here. A 100x to a multi-100x is definitely possible with this thing. In the short term, let's see, the daily looks strong, man. Daily RSI looks strong. Looks like you want to make a move up very soon. You're already up 5% today. You're breaking out of this range. You are below the purple line. You are below the 50. You show respect on the purple line, it looks like. So maybe you make a move up and it gets sold into, and you test these previous areas as resistance for support. But I bet that this move isn't done yet. I bet like if you bought here, not that I would recommend anybody buy here, especially after a little pump. You know, it could come down a little bit tomorrow and continue to go higher. But I don't think anytime soon are you going to go below 73 cents. I think you're more likely to go above 85 cents before going below 73 cents probably in the coming weeks, like if not days. Like this thing looks like it wants to go up, but being above the purple line here, the 123 MA, and being below the 50 on the long-term RSI, to me would spell a good area to sell normally. But let's see how this thing performs with that. Yeah. You know, that's kind of how, if you see here, you're below the 50 here, you went above the purple line here. If you sold here anyway up, not a good time to sell. But the second you get above this purple line, that's like the best area to sell, or even more so like right up here, right? But any of this like topping area above the purple line, got a little, looks like a cowboy hat there, or like a propeller. anything above the purple line would have been a good time to sell, and you would have known that because your RSI is below the 50. Same thing here from this little pump up. Great time to sell right above the purple line there. Great time to sell right above the purple line there. So I do think we're going to get a move probably something similar to this. And we might hug it out with the purple line. We might not. Just because we go back below it doesn't mean we have to go dramatically below it. But this move, this up move for the time being, which isn't that magnificent. It's kind of lackluster. It's probably coming to its end. You probably do see some kind of bigger moves like this or something as you get into the overbought zone. But is it a good time to buy now? I would say so, especially for the long term. Not financial advice, but I think so. You probably do make a move, maybe to test these previous lows. I don't know. You might also just be forming a kind of top here, like a flattening top, not a base, and having this ascending formation. So maybe you go up a little bit and then you come back down and test this line and then go up and finally break out of it. But I don't know, man. You are getting close, that's for sure. Yeah, I don't know. On the daily, it looks like your volume was dying off, but today you are breaking out, right? You're breaking out of this kind of price range and volume. You can't really see it, but it is increasing, so that's kind of nice to see. I like it, man. I like it. Short term, I think it goes up. Intermediate term, I think it goes up. Long term, I think it goes up. It just matters. It's a matter of how much does it go up. Does it go up above the 618 here on the first pass? Okay, if it does, then you're going to probably see a really nice rally for the bull market. If it goes up on the second pass, same thing. But if it lingers here, if it finds a hard time getting above the 618, you might not see these prices, and you might not actually pass your all-time highs ever again. But at the moment, I do think that that's possible. I think it's even likely, so we'll just see how it goes from there. But I think that's all I got to say on this. Let's see. We're going to move on to Jesus right now. Talking about Jesus coin. Thoughts on CleanSpark? We are going to talk about CleanSpark, Nemo. I actually bought some CleanSpark today, man, right at the lows of the day. Feel pretty good about that. I think I just had so much money in it that I pumped the price up. No, that's not me, man. I didn't bet the farm on this thing. I didn't put enough money to make a difference, and I mean like a sliver of a difference, but no problem, Duaz. Thank you. Oh no. Oh no. I don't know. Can you guys see me still? Are we still here? It shows that you can't, let me see. Okay, it glitched out a little bit. I hope you guys can see me still. Oh man, I don't know. Let me see here. If you can see me, chat, let me know. Oh, wow. Am I on the wrong internet? How is this going? Let's see here. Better, back online. I think I'm good now. I think I am good now, but let's just see here. Still streaming, I hope so. Oh no, you lost me. Yes, you can? Okay, so it's just on my end then, okay. You're good. Okay, cool. Well, it's weird on my end, but that's okay. It doesn't, as long as it looks good for you guys, that's all that matters. Let me see here. Maybe I can do something real quick. Looks like, I don't know. Is my camera frozen? Or is my camera frozen? Can you guys just still hear me? Video quality went down, but I still see you. Video froze. Okay. Well, as long as you guys can still hear me, I guess that's okay. We don't need the video at the moment. I can actually shrink that little box, or maybe I can't. Damn. It is lagging, huh? Damn. That sucks. All right. Well, I don't know what's up with that, man. It shows that I have full service here. So I really don't know what's going on with that, but give it a second, maybe it'll come back. Maybe if I move my let me see here. Let me see if I do this. I'm gonna go on to Jesus coin right now. Jesus with Poloniex. Got 11 people in the chat. Video froze. Is it still uploading though? Is it still moving forward? Let me see here. Live. Yes, it is. Okay, cool. So you guys just won't see my face. That's okay. You don't need to see my face. You can just look at that cat wagging its tail, if that's okay with you guys. That's a pisser. It's kind of, oh, what's going on here? Maybe if I do this. Let me try. I'm going to try one more thing before we get going here. We're going to try it out. Let's see. It's not doing it. Maybe, hold on. One more thing. I'm almost out of options to try here, but I think I might have it. Maybe. Yes, I think so. There we go. We're back. Okay. Cool. Hopefully the quality doesn't keep shaking out. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry about that. All right, so looking at Jesus, really getting into it here. Oh man, it cut out again. It just keeps cutting out. That's okay, whatever. You guys can hear me. We're just going to say screw it on the camera. I might take it away, actually. Let's see. There we go. We'll just do that so you can see the whole screen here. So looking at Jesus Coin, you know, same kind of thing that I've been saying over the past few days. I think that we're going higher. Right now we're down 16% on the day. That's okay. Probably goes up. I do think it actually goes up from here. This would probably be a good time to buy. I wouldn't put the farm on it. I say that in all my videos. I know Cannabis Outlaws sold the house, sold his kids, sold his shoes, and he is repping Jesus right now. And I hope, I hope that whoever is holding Jesus Coin, that it does well. This coin, what I like about Jesus Coin the most, it has a very, very low market cap. And I know a lot of people are kind of scared of, why won't it let me see, I might have to refresh this. A lot of people are scared of like low cap coins. It won't let me. What's going on with this? Here we go. All right. Maybe it's my internet. All in all, guys, I'm sorry. I hope it's not too bad over there. But with a 3 million, it's at a $3 million market cap right now. 100x would, or 1,000x, I'm sorry, would bring this thing to a market cap of $3 billion. And that is totally possible, especially with the meme coin, especially in one cycle. A crypto achieving a $3 billion market cap is completely possible. Now, from $3 million to $3 billion, that is a bit, man, that is a bit of a stretch, but it is completely possible. It is definitely possible. Out of all the coins I talk about, I feel like this one has a solid chance of 1,000xing. But I say this, I always say this after saying that, is that with that kind of growth, you do not need to bet a lot. And I always use the word bet with this coin because it is a gamble. This thing very well could continue to go down. You can see it has no problem. Like these candles look so small, right? These are daily candles, but look at this, right? From top to bottom here, that's a 60% drop in a day. It does this on a regular. From top to bottom here, that's a 51% drop. You know, over here, if you've been missing it the past week, like from top to bottom there, that's a 45% range. So this thing can move pretty fast. It does like to move a lot. So just be aware of that, guys. You know, this isn't something to bet the farm on. If you do, best of luck. You'll get 10 farms out of it, but or 1,000 farms, I guess, right? But maybe, and it might not. It might not 1,000x, but it still could 100x, 200x, 300. Like it can do very great things. And what I've heard about Jesus Coin, and I don't know if it was Stana or Average Jane. I think it might have been Average Jane sent the white paper in the Discord. Thank you for doing that. I haven't gone over it. I need to do that though. But if things are true from what I've heard, the rumors, the gospel, so it seems, is that there's the creator, the founder, the owner of Jesus Coin. He's got like 80% of the tokens locked up, and he's going to burn them all on Christmas Day of this year. So if that happens, I think that we could see a massive price increase from that, something like that. Especially if like that's like a legit plan, and this guy's really going to do that. If that's like locked into the programming or whatever, that'd be pretty cool, because there is a large amount of coins that are not diluted into the circulating supply yet, which even if it was $15 million, still a low market cap, but that's enough where like if this thing gained a $100 million market cap before these coins were burned and this guy just decided to rug pull it, he could. So that's why I say, you know, don't bet the farm. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, but it's definitely ape the farm. Cannabis Outlaw says. Christopher Horner, Horner. Everyone's knee will bow. Jesus' name is power. Hey, brother, can you check into the Drip network chart? Yeah, bro, we can do that. There's 2.3 billion Christians in the world. I didn't know that. That's a lot, man. That's a lot. I mean, that makes sense, though. Let's see. Just going to check it here. Cannabis Outlaws, you are going to slay it, man. Kinbari sent it. Okay, Kinbari sent it. Okay, cool. Thank you, Kinbari, if you're watching this or if you see this later. Thank you for that. And maybe not, man. With a name like that, with a name like Jesus Coin, this really could be the king meme itself. On Christmas Day, there will be a scheduled burn of 80% of Jesus Coin supply, and this could make the price go up. It could. And I think it will, man. In my time with crypto, and I don't know about all of you guys, but if you've seen any like major token burn events, whether the coin pumps on the day that the burn happens, whether it pumps before it happens or even afterwards, like it seems to always make the price pump, and pretty well, especially with a burn that big, man. The contract is renounced, couldn't stop it if he wanted to. Okay, that's cool. I didn't know that. That's pretty dope. But it looks like my video has frozen again, or maybe it hasn't. I don't know. It just keeps spinning on my end over here, which that's a real pisser, but that's okay. I want to make sure here, looking at everything. Looks like I'm still connected, man. I got full service. I don't know what's going on, guys. I'm sorry. I hope it's not too much of a headache for you guys. But yeah, man, I like Jesus Coin, you know, as far as like a meme coin goes, as far as like something that has a lot of hope in it, beyond just the name, like actually for price growth. Like this thing really could do amazing things. A 1000x, again, I've had to do this a few times, but it's so crazy, man. Let's see. A 1000x would put it at all the way up about here. Yeah, 4 zeros, 1717, something like that, you know. That's a 1000x, more or less, give or take, right? I guess it'd be a little bit more than that, to be fair. It'd be, if I can get it, I have to zoom in a little bit. Let's see. Come on now. Something around there, yeah. Around 4 zeros, 174, something like that, probably. 173. But that is an immense growth. That's crazy, you know, but it can happen. It definitely can happen. Looks like there's a lot of volume, you know, relative to this thing. It is on Poloniex, so this is a low volume kind of exchange, but it's also on a lot of dexes and some other exchanges too. Are freaking exciting, yes, risk, but potentially massive rewards. Seriously, I did not buy Jesus yet, man. I need to. I want to. I should buy it today. I keep saying I'm going to, and I really should buy it today and just get in on the train with you guys. It's down 15% today. If you notice a pump, if we break out of this price range today, that's because of me. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm only going to throw in like $100. I'm probably going to throw $100 in and just ride it out because, again, with 1000x potential in this thing, seeing $100 go to $100,000 wouldn't be a bad thing. Asking from us being able to follow your entry for updates. Yeah, I will post my entry on the Discord. I'll let you guys know what price I bought it at and everything, and what day I bought it. I try to do that anytime I buy or sell anything. I try to let you guys know what I'm up to. With everything, I don't just do it on some things and keep other things a secret. If I was doing something that I think is really risky, then I might not include that, right? But I haven't done anything risky in a while, so that's beside the point. Anyways, I think we've gone over Jesus Coin enough. I give it a green light. I think that it looks good. At the moment, you are rejecting the 50 area. You kind of double topped it, but that's okay. You know, you're getting lower in the RSI here, but you're not getting lower prices. You really could by the end of the day or sometime tomorrow. You know, today could close red, whatever. But I doubt you're going to break this low. If you do, where you could go would be from here. You know, you'd probably go to the 1272 or the 1618, which would be a bit of a drop from the current price, right? That would be a 37% to a 50% drop, something like that. And that is possible, guys. That is possible, although I don't know if we're actually going to get that. If we were to get that, if we were to close below this low here, we might not even actually go to these extensions. We might slightly close lower than it, get a double bullish divergence forming where you have a high here, a higher high, or sorry, a low here, a higher low, and then another higher low. That would be double bullish divergence on the all-time lows, also forming kind of like a double bottom. That would be kind of nice to see. What would also be nice to see would be some volume. It'd be nice if we saw some volume come in, but again, this thing's traded across like DEXs and stuff like that and other exchanges, so Poloniex is a low volume exchange. Not seeing volume on here isn't the end of the world. But if Jesus catches on, you guys, and when I say catches on, I mean like if Binance were to buy it, Coinbase were to buy it, Qcoin, Kraken, whatever, if one of these bigger named exchanges was to list it, they're going to have to buy it up. And them buying it up, man, they're going to buy enough to support their user bases, their clients, the retail investors. And that would, I mean, the last time we saw, the only coin I can think of in like recent times that had something like that, you know, you go to Pepe here, this was Binance buying right here, right? That was all Binance, probably all Binance. And maybe some other exchanges too, but yeah, man, this was fantastic things happen in a very short amount of time when you have a big exchange buying it up. Let's see, the Church, the Bride of Christ. What's your Discord, brother? I will post it. You know what? I'll post it right now in the chat. I'm going to post the Discord in the chat here. Oh, nope. No. Maybe not. Let me see here. Can I not post it? Let me see. Can I do the paste? Let's see. It won't let me. Maybe if I do clipboard. I think This one right there. There we go. Yeah, that should be the Discord. I'll even, maybe I can post it in the description. Maybe. Let's see. No, that's the title. Can I? Let me see. Edit description. Yeah, I'll put it right here in the description right now. Save it. It's my first time doing that. Hopefully that doesn't mess with the video or anything like that. I don't think it will. But that's the Discord right there. I just put it in the description. Maybe if you exit, refresh, and come back into it, you can check out the Discord. It's not popping off too much right now, but we talk a little bit here and there. It's only going to get bigger, and it'll become more, more populated, more fun, all that stuff. But I like to. The main point of the Discord is I like to let you guys know whenever I'm going live. Answer any questions if you guys want to ask. I will answer them. I'm more on the Discord than I am on YouTube, obviously. And then also, you guys can post your ideas too, and I'll let you know when I make purchases and sells, stuff like that. Just being transparent with you guys. That's kind of the goal of that Discord there. Provide a safe place for us to all learn and kind of become better at doing technical analysis together, or like bouncing ideas off each other too. There's a few coins that I've heard about that I didn't even know about that you guys have brought me to. Jesus Coin's one of them. Comp is one of them. I knew about Comp. I didn't know about Jesus Coin, but I gave Comp a look because of you guys, and I actually really like Compound. That was Apache Garage who did that one, but let's see. Can't see the Discord link. Let me see here. That's okay. Let me see. Let's see. Maybe 1 second here. I'm going to try it. Discord. It's not in there, huh? That's okay. Maybe, I don't know. I did post it in the live chat, but maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'll just have to post it in another video. If you subscribe, man, I think, let me see. There is another video that I did post it on. If you go to my channel and you type, let's see, let's go all the way back to, where is it here? It's this one, the Wheelhouse Discord channel. It's about like 20 videos down or 15 videos down or something like that. I believe that the Discord is posted in the description there, so you should be able to click on that there if it's not showing up for you now. If not, I can add it to the Discord afterwards, or add it to the description afterwards. But anyways, guys, with Jesus Coin, I think that I've covered enough on it. We're going to move on to the next one, which, let's see here, is, what was the next one? What? Let me go back. Let's see. Way up here. Wasn't there another one? Leave the request if you know who you are. I forget. I thought that there was a request for another one. Let me see. Talking about Jesus Coin here. I don't know, man. Frozen might want to restart the stream. Is it frozen still? Can you guys see? Let me see. I think you can. Yeah, I think it's moving around. That's cool. Okay. Let me see. Oh yeah, Clean Spark, Nemo. You wanted me to talk about Clean Spark. Let's do that, man. Let's do that. Let's see here. So Nemo, we're going to talk about this one, man, for you. I don't know if you're still here, but I like Clean Spark. I was actually going to start the video talking about this one because I did make a purchase today on Clean Spark. I actually bought a little bit of it myself. I did not bet the farm by any means, but that's because this thing has insane potential in it as well. I can't message you on Twitter. I already tried to. I want to send you some. Oh, man, thank you, Cannabis Outlaws. Drip. We're going to do Drip. Yeah, Drip after Clean Spark. We'll do some Drip Network. Can't send me messages on Twitter. Let's see. I don't know. Do I not get messages? Yeah, I got this. I don't know. I guess I don't know why you can't, but that's okay. I wonder if I like turn it off. Maybe are you following me? You got to be following me probably. I don't know. That's okay though. We'll figure it out, man. If we can talk about it on the Discord channel or on like DMs in Discord, Cannabis Outlaws. Yeah, thank you, man. You're awesome. You're the shit. I appreciate you, man. But we're going to talk about Clean Spark now. We're going to get into it. So looking at this thing here, we actually had a green day. It looks red, right? But if you see the percentage up here, it says plus 0.46%, and it went down as much from the open. I guess from yesterday's close. Let's do that. From yesterday's close, it went down a total of 7% today. But it actually closed green. got enough volume down here too. It's not an increasing in volume, but it is a lot of volume. You know, this green histogram is the average volume. I forget what the it's the average volume over the last 10 days. So that is above average volume. And yeah, man, looking like this, that's a bullish close, I would say. I bought some right around, I want to say it was like 619, 615, something like that. I know I posted it in the Discord channel, like right around where I bought it, but it was maybe like 615 or 619. I don't think I said at what price I bought it or even posted a picture. I just said, hey, I just picked some up, and I want to say that it was below 620. That much I remember. It was on this red candle here, actually. That's where I bought it. And man, whenever it was worth, like at the very, very bottom here, I was like, man, I should scoop some up now, but I didn't. And I don't know. I guess I got lucky. I bought it at the right time, it looks like. But let's see. Yeah, because it went up a little bit here. It went up above 620, and then it came down on this 15-minute. I think that's where I bought it, actually. It was right there. But had a nice, oh man, a lot of volume on the last 15-minute candle here for the day. That's kind of cool to see. We might go lower. It is possible that we might go lower than where I bought it. That 15-minute RSI is looking strong, though, man. This 1 hour RSI also looks strong. On the daily, you went below the 50. You are above the 50 now, man. And the last couple days, you've had 16%, 11%. You came down and you just engulfed that whole downside, and now you actually closed the day with a 0.46 green side. I think this thing wants more, man. I do think it wants more. It had positive earnings, right? I think it was a little bit under what their expected revenue was, but just barely. And then their this thing here, their reported earnings was 12, which was 0.5 of a surprise from their estimate. You know, I don't really know too much about earnings, man. I just know if it's green, it's good. If it's red, it's bad. Red was bad here, and then down we went. But we actually formed a bottom. Green was good here, and we actually still went down, and we formed a top. So I don't know if anybody actually really understands. I mean there is I really don't understand earnings, to be completely fair. I really just don't understand them. But I don't really care enough about them. It's like more like news driven, media driven. I'm more of a technical guy. And I know people say don't trade around earnings, don't do that kind of stuff, but I don't know. It's fine, man. If the charts look good, it looks good. But let's see. Kimbari, okay, cool. Thank you. I did do Jesus T. I actually just got done doing it, and I'm having a hard time with my words talking about CleanSpark here. It looks like we are going higher, and that's kind of why I bought. I wish I bought lower, but that's okay. We did test this 618. We broke above it. We came back down. We actually bounced off the 0.5 and we closed below the 618 2 days in a row. We actually opened and closed today above it. I do think that we are set to go to $8 to $9, something like that, and in a very short amount of time. You can see that throughout this kind of range, you've had a nice solid move up, and then you went down. You had a nice solid move up, and then you actually went sideways. And then you had a nice solid move up, and then we went down. I think we are going to have another nice move up to the upside here. On the weekly time frame, the RSI is very strong. On the daily time frame, the RSI is showing strength right now. For sure, you're in the bullish area of control. On the smaller time frames, they look good. And then on the monthly, you are breaking above the 50 right now. You actually did that last month, and man, just a fantastic start to the month, honestly. We're about halfway through the month right now, but fantastic start. What you did last week was you tested this previous area of resistance right here. Resistance, resistance, resistance. You found support on it, and you had a bullish engulfing week. I think this thing wants to keep going. I was kind of expecting that that we would fill this gap, but something today was telling me to just buy, so I did, and I'm glad I did, because if I was waiting for that gap to fill, I would have kept waiting. And you know, there's gaps down here that haven't been filled, right? There's gaps. I guess that's the only one. Yeah, it looks like that's the only one actually. But you know, it doesn't need to get filled to keep going higher. That's just kind of a rule of thumb. But things were looking good, I think, you know, on the shorter term time frames, and I was just like, screw it, let's do it, and I'm happy about it. I do think CleanSpark goes higher. Enough talking about me. Let's talk about it actually. Looking where it probably goes in the for the bull market of crypto, I would think that it goes above a price of $42. I do think that it breaks this high. I would even think that it has a chance of breaking this high. I think CleanSpark will go anywhere from about $101 to $307 by the end of 2025. Okay, and I know that that's insane. I know that sounds like an insane growth, especially being down here at about $6.54. But the market cap is at $738 million. A 10x would be 7.38 billion. A 100x would be 73 billion. Is this thing a 100xable stock? I think it is. I definitely think it is. And where could that take it? That could take it all the way to the 1886 deeper extensions, which are also possible. Even prices up here at $526, even $724 are possible. If we saw prices go up this high, maybe, maybe not. We would see a split, right? A stock split where like splits, it like basically divvies up the stock. It adds, you add more shares into the mix so that you can bring the value down. And you won't lose your value from that. You know, you'll still have the appropriate shares in response to that. Like if you're holding 10 shares and it's a 10th split, you're going to have 100 shares now instead of 10. But it just makes the price cheaper for people to buy, right? Because you can't fractionally purchase stocks. You can you can buy a part of a Bitcoin, you can't buy a part of a stock. I think some places allow you to do that, but not all of them, and not all stocks either. So it just depends. But man, we've got 17 days left in this month. The volume right now is below average, but we barely. Once it gets above that green line, that means it's above average. This histogram, that's the average volume, right? Getting above it means you're above average. So we are about halfway through last month's volume, which was the most volume we've ever seen in this chart, and we are less than halfway through this month as it stands. So right on cue, looking beautiful for just further continuation. This month could be bigger than last month. Last month promoted a 40% growth. We're at almost a 9% growth as of now. 40% would take us right around this 0.5. I don't know, man. We might really see a fantastic month for CleanSpark. We might not, though. It's possible that, you know, it makes another run up here around this purple line around $8, $9, and then turns around, takes a chill pill or something like that for a second. But at the moment, I really do like it. I really do like it. I'm glad I bought, and I think that I would give it the green light for buying personally. That's why I posted in the Discord whenever I bought it, you know. But let's see here. We're going to talk about drip. Let's see. Nothing else in the chat. That's cool. We're going to talk about drip network right now. DRIP USD, I think. Or is it not? Is it drip network? You said drip, right? Am I wrong? Oh, is it? Okay. Drip. It's a decentralized. It's on decentralized exchanges, isn't it? It's not on a. It's not on a CEX. It's on a DEX. Okay, that's cool. Whatever. Let's do drip on the BUSD token on PancakeSwap. I think this is the one you're talking about, right, Cannabis Outlaws? Correct me if I'm wrong, man. Let me know if I'm on the right one or not. But if I am on the right one, this looks like the wrong one, man. Oh man, that's a lot of volume. I will say that much. A lot of volume at all-time lows. That's tends to be a not bad area to buy. Let's see, what is drip? Let's look at this. DRIP, drip network, right? DRIP. 0.4. I think this is the right one. Yeah, 0.4. It looks like the right one there. Looking at it, market cap is unknown. That's normal with decentralized ones, though. Total supply is 1 million. Max supply is 1 million. That's crazy, man. If this thing isn't a scam, that's a very low supply. And at 4 cents, I mean, a 1000x would be what? That would be $10? Or no, $40. I'm sorry. A 1000x, so a 10,000x would be 400. A 100,000 would be 4,000, right? 4,000. I'm doing all that. I'm trying to. I don't know what math. Hold on. Let me see here. I'm sorry, guys. I'm all over the place. We don't know what the circulating supply is, so maybe it's not even worth doing this. Fully diluted valuation is infinity. Let me go to calculator.com here. Calculator. Dun, 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 it's worth 0.04293, and if we did that times 1 million, right, that's 100,000. That's 1 million, right? 100,000, 1 million. Okay, we do that. That would make it worth that's a market cap of $42,000. So that's a very low market cap coin, you guys. That is a very, yes, Dex, yes, sir. Okay, cool, good. Thank you, C. Appreciate you. Tezos, Stana, I'm sorry. We're going to do Tezos. I forgot about Tezos. There were a lot of comments. We are going to do Tezos. Drip BNB, we can do that too. But looking at the US dollar token, if I did my math right, which I'm pretty sure I did, this thing has an insanely low market cap, man. which means that, yes, you've got the most volume ever, but what, you sold like $10 of it? That's probably, you know what I mean? I don't know. But let's do drip, and we'll do BNB, drip, drip, drip. Where is it? Binance USD, wrapped in BNB there. There we go. Whoa, man. Whoa. 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 Okay, so what the hell's going on here? Okay, so that's from March. It stopped. So this might not be the right chart. Drip. Let's do BNB maybe. Drip, 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 drip. B. Binance USD. Debt on BSC. I can't find it versus BNB, man. Unfortunately. That was the only one, but it's not. It won't let me. That's not an accurate chart. It's no longer alive. It stopped. It stopped as soon as it started. Now it's 30 million, 1% daily ROI DAP. Oh, really? That's kind of cool. That's kind of interesting. Now it's 30 million. It's got a $30 million market cap. Is that true? Is that what you're saying? That's insane, man. If it had a $4,000, $48,000, $42,000 market cap, that's insane, bro. That's a really good amount of growth. But let's see here. Let's see. The only one, as far as I can tell, would be this one here. That's like the most like accurate as far as like what to look at. But I don't know. It's on Dexes, so it's harder to say, man. I don't really know how to do TA on this one, unfortunately. I don't know enough about it. We can try right on the weekly here. Let's just see. Low to high. Is this still? Yeah, this is still live. That's good to know. You're all the way down at the 2618. Maybe you go a little bit lower and then you find a bottom and then you go up from here. You have very high volume at all-time lows. It's not a bad combo. Daily RSI is weak as hell, man, but you've been oversold for quite some time. You might make a move up, but your moves up are very lackluster. Like 121% maybe over a little bit of time. That's nice, but I don't know, man. This thing seems kind of risky. I don't know if I'm looking at the right one. Unfortunately, I don't have too much of an opinion on this thing. I don't feel like my level or my area of expertise is going to come in handy with this one. So I'm just going to move on. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, guys. If it's got a $30 million market cap, let's see, market cap here. It doesn't, right? It won't tell me that's right. So I don't know, man. Looks like it flatlined a little bit here. Logarithmic, I don't know. Looks like it's going to the abyss. I personally wouldn't be interested in this thing, but maybe I'm missing something. It sounds like I'm missing something. So it's been out since April 2021. Drip BUSD is the correct chart. Okay, so but it does a 1% ROI daily. That's kind of cool. Maybe that's why it continues to drop, because it just continues to pass out coins. And then people sell it, that would make sense too. I don't know. I'm sure that there's, it looks like there's some interest in this thing to some degree at levels of volume here, but I don't know if I personally would want to invest in it. I don't know if it is worth investing in, but maybe, it's an ultimate rally here from low to high. Did see a 26x. That's nice, but just down, man. It's a very bad looking chart. But if you were to buy, this thing being worth a low market cap, being at all-time lows on very high levels of volume, like this, I guess this would be the time that you'd want to buy. Going all the way back up to all-time highs would give you a price that's like 365x times what we are now. So, and it could go past that, but I don't know, man. I don't know if I have an opinion that's worthwhile on this thing. So I'm gonna move on. Unfortunately, sorry guys. Get on their DApp. I'll check it out. I will check it out for sure. We're gonna do Tezos for Stana here. Tezos, XTZ, and then we're gonna wrap it up because it's that time of day, guys. I got some other stuff to do, and yeah, I gotta wrap it up here. So if there's any other requests, feel free to leave them, but I think this might be the last one. Looking at it on Binance, Tezos is older than that. What is it? XTZ Tezos here. Max. All the way back in 2018. Yeah, there we go. So we want something from 20. This is close, it's 2019, but let's see. XTZ USD, maybe on Kraken. Yeah, Kraken. Okay, cool. Looks like you got a double bottom. This looks nice. This is a nice looking bottom here, right? You might be forming an Adam and Eve. You can see the Adam right there, the nice V, then you're coming down, you might be forming your U, the Eve there. And in which case, Adam and Eve's, what's nice about them, besides the fact that they're classic bottoming patterns, is you take the measurement from the low point to the crux right there, the high point, and then you would measure it like this. Whenever you break out from the current price to where that breakout would be, that's an overall like 300% gain, 315% gain, and that would happen rather quickly. Something like one of these moves back here, it would happen really quickly. Looks like Tezos likes to move up, and then it likes to move down and up and then down and then up and then down and then up and then down, overall up. And then when it moves down, it looks like it likes to just hammer the downside. But that's okay. Looking at this, yeah, man, you got bullish divergence on the weekly. Do you have it on the monthly? Yes, you do. Oh no, you don't technically. But the monthly looks fine. You're in kind of weaker areas on the monthly than most charts, but whatever. The monthly's kind of weird. I don't really know about that. I think it's fine. Looking at it on the weekly here, if we go to this, the all-time low to the all-time high, and we see where price is relative to this fib scale, we are below the 618. We kind of broke right below it. We disrespected it here. Generally, I would expect with this kind of stuff that you see extensions down to the 1272 or the 1414, maybe even the 1618. But the way it's looking like you had your downtrend, and now you're moving sideways. You had your double bottom. You're accumulating is what it kind of looks like to me. So hard to say. Bullish divergence off of the lows. Maybe it's already played out, or maybe you do end up going higher. It would be nice to see this thing go higher. But this fib might not be, I think it's respected, but I don't know. It might not be a good one to go off of. Let's see. Let's go off of this one, the more immediate term. Oh, we'll use this instead of the fake out, right? Yeah, the next move you make, if you break it, I would bet if you make a price, if your price strides to the 236 around $1.30, you probably will break through that and make your way up to $1.86 in no time. But I say no time on the weekly, that could be months away. Before the end of the year, I would think that you see something like that up there. What comes into play with this 382 is also a previous area of resistance here, previous area of support here, and a previous area of resistance there. So I would expect that you find some turbulence there. Again, this thing likes to move up and then down, so maybe you move up and then down from there, and then you continue to move up. But overall, Tezos has a market cap of, wow, has a pretty low market cap actually, 748 million. It's ranked number 6. Is it? It's ranked number 61 and still that low of a market cap. Man, we're in hard times, man. Whenever you're in the top 100 like that and you're still not even at $1 billion, that's crazy. But in the bull market, that'll be different. To be in the top 100, you'll have to have at least $1 billion in your market cap, I think, in like the height of the bull market. But looking at this thing, man, if it was to break its all-time highs, you very well could see prices at $18 to $44, maybe somewhere in between there, which would give it a total overall increase from its current price of about a 22 to a 55x. That would be immense growth. That would be really nice to see. Hard to say if it does that, though. Definitely hard to say if it does that. I don't know personally enough about Tezos. I don't know enough about it to make like an educated decision based off the fundamentals, but based off of the chart, I mean, you do technically have higher lows, right? From your all-time low here, this is your higher low from this bear cycle. You've survived the bear cycle. It looks like you're accumulating right now. I would think that you want to make a move up. And this could be a kind of W where you have it like this and you move up, And this kind of bottoming is very it's very common. I've seen that before. I didn't even mean to draw it, but you can see the V, the atom, and then the Eve here, the U. That is a classic bottoming pattern. So very classic formation. Not a whole lot of volume, but it's on Kraken. Let's go to XTZ, USDT on Binance. Maybe there's more volume. Not more volume, but that's okay still. It still looks the same, right, all in all. You can see here, right, you actually topped the same way. You literally have this nice U. You literally topped the same way that you're bottoming now. So could you go up from here immensely? I think you could, but it looks like the way this thing likes to move again is up and then down and then up and then down. So don't hold it. I mean, you can hold it throughout the whole bull market, but maybe don't be afraid to take profits with this thing. It looks like it's a very tradable coin, in my opinion here. We can check out VRA and Matic. We can do both of those things, man. And then after those things, I will end the stream because that's I think that's all we got time for. So let's look at Matic, and we'll do it on the USDT pair with Binance. Do it on the 1 day, you say. Thank you for specifying all those things. It's nice to see. No, I can do more than just the 1 day, but we'll start with the 1 day. Let's see here. So from bottom to top, yeah, maybe you go a little bit lower on Matic. That's okay though. It's not a problem. Matic's RSI isn't looking weak, but it's not looking strong. It's neutral with a bearish tilt. You did bounce off of the 50 area here. You have hidden bearish divergence with this high in the RSI being higher than these, right? But the price is lower than where those highs in the RSI was. So you got higher highs in the RSI. It's showing stronger readings while promoting weaker price action. So I do think that you probably come lower, maybe down to around 63 to 60 cents in the more immediate term. You could go lower than that even, but I would first look, just because you haven't even interacted with that area, somewhere in between there. I didn't mean to draw the circle that low, more like somewhere like in between here, in between the orange and the white line there. That's what I would expect to see, probably, being that this is the daily chart. I would say probably in the coming weeks, if not in the coming, I would say, yeah, coming days, coming weeks, probably before September's over, maybe even before September. Actually, yeah, that's September there, so maybe even before September, actually, before August is over, we probably come down here. Get into the oversold zone, bounce off the oversold zone, something like that, and then continue to go higher. I do think, let's see here, I do think that the low is in, right? I think that was the low back here. The low is in. Could you go lower than this low? Maybe, but maybe not, honestly. Maybe you don't. Let's see. Overall on the weekly, from bottom to top here, yeah, man, you bounced that same area that I was talking about, the 618 to 69. You literally tipped that. You went down right there. Maybe you do that exact kind of thing, but with this smaller range, bottom to top here, and then that would take you again. That would be right around like 60 to 63 cents, somewhere in that range. But maybe you don't even go that low. Maybe you turn up from here. I don't know. But I would think, you found support on this area, went up to the 382. Maybe you come back to like around this area, and then you go up from there. Where does Matic go? And the weekly RSI, by the way, also is kind of weak, but you did come out of the oversold zone. You're probably making strides higher eventually. That'll take you above the 50, but that could be months away. And right now you are finding resistance at a previous area of support. What you really don't want to do here is give up this low. You don't want to give up that low, because if you give up that low, you're likely going to go all the way back down to around 31 to 38 cents. And you'd form a double bottom, hopefully, which would be ultimately a good thing. But you don't want to see that in the immediate term. You'd rather just see this thing go up. So if you don't want to go down, what you really want to do is not have a week that closes below about 59.71 cents. You don't want to get any price below this at all. But having a week that closes below that white line would be the first sign that things could look rough. Looking at this from a top to a bottom here, you did bounce off the 0.5. Man, you're holding the 236 though. I don't know, man. If you do go lower, it'd be nice if you continue to hold this 236, but not holding it is not the end of the world. So I don't know. I don't know what to make of that. I do think at the moment that you go lower temporarily, looking at the daily, I would, man, hard to say. I'm going to stick with it. I think that you go lower temporarily. That's my opinion. Looking at it on the 4-hour too, let's see, yeah, the RSI looks a little bit weaker here on the 4-hour. You are being held down by this purple line, but you're hugging it, to be fair. Last time you hugged it, you had a nice break above it eventually. You are barely below the 50. Let's see what the short-term RSI looks like. Pretty neutral. I said it looks weak, but it is kind of neutral. Hard to say, man. Really hard to say. My gut and just my overall bias, I would think that it wants to make a little bit of a move lower. Maybe again around like 63 to 60 cents. Maybe you double bottom right here. Maybe you have a kind of like more momentary double bottom. Hard to say, but a little bit lower. Ultimately, I do think Matic goes higher. And yeah, no problem. Thanks, C. Appreciate you, man. Thank you, Stana. And Joey Vandervloet. We are going to go over VRA in just a second for you. I want to give some bullish hope for this Matic coin here, and it doesn't need much hope, man. Matic's a beast. It's going to do well in this bull market, no doubt. If it doesn't, that's going to catch a lot of people off of surprise. Look at this, man. It topped off right here at the 618, 69 area too. So I bet you do go. It does like that area, so it seems. So I bet you do go around that 60 to 63 cent zone, like I was saying originally. But if this thing can get above there, which I think it will. If you can get above the 618 here, I think you'll see prices go to around $5 to $11.50 eventually, which being at 68 cents right now, that's like a 10 to 20x, something like that. That's really not that bad. That's pretty nice. So I think that's what Matic has in future for it. Let's see here. That's like an 8x, almost a 7, almost an 8x actually. And then that would be maybe like a 17x, something like that. And it could go higher. It is possible that it goes higher, but I do think Matic has a good bull market. I do think it breaks above its previous all-time highs. I don't know if it has as spectacular of a run as it did last time. Let's actually look at it real quick. MATIC, Matic. Its market cap is $6 billion. So, I mean, if this thing wanted to be worth $60 billion, that's a 10x. If it wants to be worth $120 billion, that's a 20x. If it wants to be worth more than just $200 billion, that's going to be basically like a 40x, right? So, a 40x for this thing, a $200 billion market cap, it's possible. I don't know if Matic is deserving of that yet, but it might be. But a 40x would be all the way up, right around here. You'd be around like $28, $27, something like that. So that is possible by the end of this bull market. I would say that is completely possible. Deeper extensions for sure. Maybe you even see the twos come in, and you see like a $300 to $400 to $500 billion market cap for Matic. That could be possible as well. I think a 100x, it's not as likely for this coin in my opinion, but it is possible. If we were to do something like we did in the last cycle, where from low to high, we went up over. I mean, we went 400. And I don't know if we're gonna do 450x, but if we did like a quarter of that, that would be about this move here. So I don't know. Maybe it is possible. There's not a whole lot of volume. For as big of a behemoth as this is in the space, there's really not a whole lot of volume throughout this whole range. So that's not really encouraging, but whatever. Maybe more volume will come in once we start breaking up higher. But at the moment, I do think that Matic wants to go down a little bit. I think it's on its way down just momentarily, and then probably great things in store for it. It probably does like to move up after it has a little bit of a low around 63 to 60 cents, somewhere down there. Which, let's see here. From here to there, you have a small term fib extension right there, 63 to 62 cents. Yeah, I really do think it wants to go there. So that's all I got for Matic. One more. We're going to do Matic Coleman. That one's for you. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. No coin is decent volume. That's fair. That's pretty fair to say. I don't know. Let's see. I forget about this one, man. Caspa's got decent volume, right? Pretty decent volume for its. I mean, it's not that long-lived of a chart. That's pretty decent volume. Above average volume for sure. Not this week, but this week just started on a daily basis. Still near average volume there. Caspa's got pretty decent volume. Bitcoin, I don't think has decent volume, does it? Yeah, it's lackluster, very low volume. Ethereum's low volume. Yeah, you're right. You got a fair statement there, man. Most coins definitely do have low volume today. I can't think of too many. Maybe Comp. I think XDC might also. Yeah, Comp kind of had some decent volume recently. Let's see. Yeah. Not bad. Definitely not bad. Let's see. XDC. Which I still haven't bought any XDC either. But we'll just, yeah, sure. We'll use Biffin. Oh, no. We got KuCoin, man. XDC USD on. Right? Isn't it on KuCoin? Yeah, right there. Okay, I missed it. Yeah, we got some nice volume on XDC too. And of course, the Mac Daddy itself, Bitcoin Cash, baby. Look at that volume, man. Spectacular volume that we've never seen in this chart's history on this move up. But, in the relative weeks, to be fair, back to your point, yeah, not a whole lot of volume these days. So there are some coins, though, that definitely got some interest coming in them. XRP, XLM, too, can be thrown in the mix. But let's look at, what is it? VRA. Is VRA Vera Bradley? Joey Vandervolt, are you still in here, man? Vloet? I don't know if you are, but if you are, I'm going to do... Oh, so maybe not Vera Bradley. Maybe you're doing VRA. This is crypto, right? So I'm gonna do the crypto. Hopefully that's the one that you want. If you want Vera Bradley, I can do that too. Let's just look at it on KuCoin here. On a monthly. Looks like, let's see, we'll go to VRA on this, on CoinGecko real quick. VRA. Veracity. Versity. That's what it is. Versity. Max all the way to 2021. This one goes till 2020. So yeah, we're gonna say that this is the max data that we can find. So on a monthly basis, this one kind of has nice volume too. Actually, you know, in the coming months since the top here, it has been going down, but like over the last half year, it really hasn't had too much volume. But let's see here on KuCoin. Gotta love KuCoin, man. I really do. I think KuCoin's an underrated exchange, man. It's a good thing to have in this space. Holding that 618, man. You really are holding that 618. You got it. Held it on the first pass very well. You hugged it, but you still held it. Came down, held it on the second pass. If we break through it on the third pass, which we could, bouncing off it a third time, I don't know if I would expect that. I would more think that we do break through it, but we might not even go down there. We could, you know, turn around from here and continue to go higher. But if we do come down to the 618 and we break it, we likely will bottom somewhere between the 786 or the 886, which is anywhere from about 0.3 cents to 0.25 cents, somewhere in there. And would that line up with anything else? From low here to high here, that would take us down to, you know, the 1618 would be kind of in this area. The deeper extensions would be. So yeah, it's possible. It might even go to the 1272 here, which is just below the 69 of this overall range. Let's look at it on a weekly, real quick. I rugged BTC for Jesus. ZCX also. All right, Roach. We'll do ZCX, and that's it. That's the last one, guys. Okay. Low here to top. Low to top here. Man, right off the 618, man. This is beautiful. I like it. I like it a lot, actually. What is this thing? I don't even know what this is, man. Never heard of it before. Low cap coin, $45 million. That's not bad. You could see a multi-100x with this thing. If it were to catch on, you could even see 1,000x, but I doubt it sees 1,000x in this market. Probably more likely 100 to multi-100x in this market. Yeah, man, it looks good. Volume increasing down here at these higher lows, like that's nice. It's very good to see. On the monthly time frame, RSI is whatever. Weekly time frame, RSI looks a little bit weak, to be fair. It looks like so maybe you do come down. Maybe you have a double bottom. Maybe you come down and have a double bottom. Maybe you have a slightly higher low. That's totally fine. You know, you got an area right back here where you found some support or resistance. Maybe you find support on that line, which again, let's see if that lines up with anything from bottom to top here. That line is not on anything. It's not anywhere. So I don't know. Maybe you go a little bit below there. That's totally fine. Maybe you find support on this previous area. That would be like a double bottom, actually. So maybe that's what you did here. I don't know. Hard to say, but I do think that it wants to go a little bit lower. Probably, maybe you go to the 6.9 at the very least, which would be at 0.0036. But maybe to the 786 or the 886, I wouldn't throw that out of the equation. Let's look for the 786, I'd say. Probably around 0.31 cents, something like that. On a daily basis, RSI, yeah, neutral, but you're showing weakness. I do think it wants to go down in the immediate terms. But overall, man, I do like this chart. I do think that it looks nice. I do think that it looks constructive. You're in this overall kind of uptrend, right? You can see it. It's like a tilted sombrero. You got your like little hat here, and then da 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 da. I don't know what I'm gonna draw here, but you know, it's like a sombrero. We'll do this so it doesn't. Oh man, that makes it look worse. We're gonna do that. That's a sombrero. Yeah, you know, you're in your little hat formation here, whatever. And this looks like a busted M. You got an M here, and it is an M, but generally the second leg is longer than the first leg, and you didn't get that actually. So you actually broke your leg right here, and that's nice to see. That means that, you know, not only have you bottomed, but you're probably going to see a nice rally to the upside once you found your more momentary low. But at the moment, again, I do think, yeah, the 4-hour looks weak on the RSI, the daily RSI looks like it wants to come down, and the weekly does as well. So I think probably around 0.33 or around 0.31, right? Around 0.0031 cents. That's where I'm thinking. Around 0.0031 cents. If not, maybe at these highs here at like 0.0032, something like that. But that's my kind of expectation in the short term. Where can this go in the long term? Well, it could do 100x from here, from the current price. So 100x from the current price would be a move that would take you up, let's see, from this right here all the way up here. That would be, that would be like at 42 cents. Can this thing see 42 cents? It could see $1. It really could see $1. It's totally possible that it could see $1. So great things in store for the future. If we take the top to the bottom here, 1272 is at 24 cents. 1618 is at 87 cents, and the deeper extensions are even at $2.35, $1.62. So anything, I would say anything in between this range is kind of possible. Save for anything above there. This little top of the egg, don't include that. In between these lines here. That's what I'm trying to say. Sorry. I think that is possible by the end of this bull market, just from the look of things. But there isn't, don't take that to the bank. There isn't a whole lot of historical data on this thing. Anything could happen. It might not break its all-time highs, but for what it looks like right now, and for the volume that you're getting on on KuCoin, which is a pretty big exchange. It's not the biggest exchange, but it's bigger than Poloniex, that's for sure. I think this thing does want to go up higher. If you were to get listed on like Binance or Coinbase, that could send this thing to a multi-billion-dollar market cap, and you'd have no problem breaking above these all-time highs. We'll do ZCX, and that will be it. Okay, Roach. We're gonna do ZCX for Roach here, and ZCX, right? And then Unizen. That's right. I remember. We've talked about Unizen. I think I remember making a video on this, and I did not like Unizen. I think that's what I said. I forget when my last video was on it, but I said that I didn't like it. Look at the volume. Look at the volume, man. That is some steady volume right there. It doesn't look like it, but man, look at how tenacious it is at being average, right? It's not low. It's like literally right at that average line, and it's not like spikes. It's just continuous. It just keeps coming in. On a daily perspective, the RSI doesn't look half bad right now. Looks like you want to go up, actually. I'd say that it looks like you want to go up a little bit at least. Let's see what the weekly looks like. Weekly RSI, you might want to go down ultimately, but maybe you go up in the short term. You might not have to go down, but let's just see here. Yeah, maybe you go to like 4.6 cents inevitably, but first things first, you probably do go a little bit higher. Which, when I say a little bit, like maybe you go to like 6.7 cents. You're at 5 cents now, so maybe up here, maybe even to the 618. Probably at not where these wicks were, but like where the daily closes were, up here at like 7 cents, somewhere like that. I bet maybe even where this daily close was at the low point at like 6.4 cents. I think you do want to go higher in the more immediate terms, but on the weekly, I think you do want a little bit lower. Get to this oversold zone, bounce off it, or get into it and bounce off it, something like that. Maybe you form a double bottom. I think I do remember saying that in my last video that I made about it. You let's see, from bottom to top here, went below the 618 on your first pass, came up, rejected the 327 or the 382, went below the 618 again, rejected the 382 again, and then you found resistance on the 618. Ultimately, man, that kind of structure would merit extensions, which is all the way down at 2 cents to 1 cent. So I don't like it as much, unfortunately. I don't like it as much. There is hope that it could bounce off the 886. There is hope for sure. It did disrespect the hell out of the 618, so there is hope that it could bounce off the 886. But if you break this line, if on a weekly time frame you break below 4.664 cents, you will likely see at least 2 cents to 1.1 cents, somewhere in that range. Yeah, there's not really too much more to go off of. This is a very small chart. And again, the short term, the 1 hour here looks good, looks strong. The daily looks strong. I do think you want to make another stride higher temporarily, but ultimately, before you see anything spectacular come of this thing, it's probably going to see murder and mayhem to the downside. Maybe it hasn't found its bottom yet. Maybe it does continue to go lower. Maybe if it is to find, or has found its bottom, maybe it'll be at the 886, the next low. And then that could be a higher low or something like that. Maybe you double bottom, whatever. But really, I think if you close below this 886 on a weekly time frame, I think you would see these extensions. I already kind of think these extensions are likely, but let's be hopeful. Looking at it, where it could bottom, if this was the bottom, where could it top? From the top here, from the all-time high to the current all-time low, unless it breaks. You could see this thing go up to the 618, which would be at about 93 cents. maybe the 886 as well, up at $4. And if you were to break above the 618 on the first pass and promote a kind of trend that looks like you're going to see extensions, you might see $30.60 to $190. And let's see if that's even possible. ZCX Unizen number 520, I would say it's possible, yeah. $32 million from the current price. That would be a, let's see here, all the way up there. Oh man, maybe it's not possible, actually. I don't know if the 1618 is possible. The 1272, that would still be pretty unlikely to me, man. I don't know. I think I do remember this thing, man. I think I said that it would have a hard time breaking its all-time highs, actually. It might, though. It might. You have a lot of volume, more volume here than you ever have, and it's at this low, at this kind of accumulation phase. Descending range with a flattened base, I bet you do break lower. This might not be the all-time low. It might give, but you might not see extensions on this thing. You might not. It's totally possible that you don't. A 549, almost a 550x from the current price would make the market cap of this thing. What would it do? Let's see. I mean, 100x would be 32 million. So 500x would be like, oh, dude, that would be 30. That'd be 150 million, right? 160 million, or billion, I'm sorry, 160 billion. That would be a lot. I don't know if it sees that. It might. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe it's the next big thing, honestly, but I don't know. There is a lot of volume. There is definitely nice volume, not going to lie. But that doesn't necessarily mean anything. Price action is the ultimate decider in where, in like how much money you're going to make. And right now, I'm having a hard time believing that's the low. So wherever the low is, if that is the low, we'll go with it for now. If that is the low, what you want to do is break above 97 cents, really get above $1, and then we'll talk about these extensions and see if that's even possible. But for now, you got a lot of work to do. So I don't know. I probably like this one the least out of some of them that we've talked about, but it has potential, man. They all have potential, and that is a lot of volume. The most volume you saw was right off the all-time lows, and you had a bullish engulfing candle on a weekly time frame. That's some big shit, that's for sure. Bullish divergence on the weekly time frame. I don't know, man. Hard to say. At the moment, in the immediate term, I think up and then ultimately down. But that's all I got for you guys. If you guys like the video, please leave a thumbs up. Subscribe if you ever want to see more. You know, I do these live streams every now and then, and you know, it's always fun. I appreciate you guys so much. I like going over things that I don't normally go over, or even going over the normal stuff. But I'm sorry the video shut out. I can't see you guys right now, or you can't see me. Actually, I can never see you guys. But anyways, hope you guys have a great day. Take care, everybody. I will see you on the next one. I'll post some videos tonight. Yeah. Go Jesus Coin, go Dog Coin, go ZCX, whatever. You know, I hope they all do well.